A live look there at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Today we're treated to an entertaining preseason contest between the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins.
Fans, welcome to the field. Your 2026 Miami Dolphins.
To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And here we go from Miami. Xavier Gipson now to return. Jukes away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Let's start on the play fake. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. Now hang on, everybody. We've got an injured player after one snap, and it's their quarterback who's in need of some assistance. Oh, boy. Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Tight end motioning right. Now here's Cam Scatterboo on the ground. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down back at the 13-yard line. Zach Sealer. And that forces this offense into a 4th and 20.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Jordan Stout headed out to punt it away on 4. Malik Washington will return this for the Dolphins. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up for the 20 after the touchback. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. Calling the shots at quarterback, the 5th-year dual threat out of Liberty. Here's Malik Willis.
There were sure a lot of people quick to write off Malik and his career after a rough start to it. But we've seen this resurrection, this whole process take place in today's NFL. Just when you think somebody's a bust, well, they show up and make plays.
A play fake. Now Willis to throw. Brought in right side. There's the hit. They're going to force him out of play with a gain of about 12. And that is a Miami 1st down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
They go play action. Here's Willis. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. And we've got a stoppage here, and it's something you never want to see, especially in the preseason. One of their star players banged up with an injury after that play. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Washington, the motion man here. He's got a man left. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that's going to be good for a Dolphins first down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Motioning Washington right. Willis now. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. An incompletion sets up second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still second down.
Now the defense did half the work for them on that previous play, Brock. So just 5 yards to go now on second following the flag. Throwing is Willis. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Willis to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. He's got about 9 yards, it looks like, as he's forced towards that sideline. And that's going to be a Dolphins first down.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
First carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. He's brought down. Play goes for, it looks like, about 11 yards. And that is a Miami first down. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tyler Nubin with the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now Willis looking to throw on 2nd down. Dulcich hauls it in. There's the stop. Looks to be about 7 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for a Dolphins first down.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Here's Achane from the pistol. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
They run the counter to Achane. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Willis looking to throw. It is almost picked off. He had the interception, but he couldn't hang on. It will, though, still bring up 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
The kick by Patterson is good. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Giants and offensive coordinator Matt Nagy sending their group back out to the field. And as they do, let's talk about Matt. First year with the Giants as OC, but far from his first in that role here in the NFL. Same role in Kansas City the last 3 seasons, and before that, he was the head man of the Chicago Bears. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Give the Scatterboo here on his own read. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Throwing on second, Jameis. Connection made with his running back. This is Cam Scatterboo. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
Translatable skills. That's what you call him. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
They'll air it out on 3rd. He's hit and taken down. They got him at the 18. Chop Robinson. And that's going to bring up 4th and 19 now.
Got to get some protection up front here, Kate. He is already in the game because they knocked out the starter, and trust me, you don't want to get to the emergency quarterback.
Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First call here coming from the shotgun. Let's start this drive with Achane. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now stick with Achane. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. There's Darius Alexander in there to make that play. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock, continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending first and 10. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Motioning Washington right. Running it after the penalty. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Back to the line they come, second down. To throw, here's Willis. And this throw is going to be incomplete. Third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They motion the tight end over. Throw here, third down. Here's a screen for Achane. Jukes another one. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. He's going to be forced out after he picks up about 19 yards. And that's going to be a Dolphins first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, okay? Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Achane, a first down carry. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. Achane, the running back, on first down. And last play, his 7th carry already in this first quarter. Another carry for him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They'll try the middle with Gordon. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Willis. Screen here. It's Gordon. And on 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
You've got to be smarter than that, Brock. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that's going to give them a first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Willis. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Quick to the left, it's caught. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Well, the motion man here. At the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Now, after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Let's see what they dial up, partner. This is 2nd and long. Willis to throw it. Pass complete. 2-2 Atwell. And he's out of bounds after picking up a bunch. Still not enough for the first, though, Brock. 3rd down coming up. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Third down, Giants coming out in a dime look. Working from the gun, it's Willis. From the pocket, looking for a target. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's 4th down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Facing 4th down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. A very short kick here from the right half. The kick by Patterson is good. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for them.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Gibson now to return. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. There it is, touchdown Miami! So they steal away a drive, they score. The best part is, Brock, they can line it up and try to do it all over again in a few moments on this ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, Kate, kind of a double whammy there, and that will rattle you. That will rattle that special teams unit, the special teams coach, the returner. You can't do that again.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes it 13-0 in our opening quarter. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Winston to the air. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, so he's just going to hurl this one away. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Scatterboo now from the gun. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Hit made by Josh Uche. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's no boom or bust,
Yeah.
right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Throwing is Winston. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Jordan Stout on down to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Miami offense headed out there now. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Looking right, and he finds him. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Lewis in the pistol. Cut out left. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. They kick the running back in motion. On the give, it's Gordon. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender times it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
On 1st down, they're going to start with Scannaboo. Drifting ever closer to their goal line as he winds up backwards to his own 5.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Going right back to Scannaboo. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
It wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? Winston now. And off his hands and incomplete. So that drop means they failed to convert on 3rd down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
The Giants are set to punt, and he's been one of the players of this game. As the Dolphins go back on offense, there is a look at the defensive coordinator of the Giants, Denard Wilson. He's in his 1st year in this role with the G-Men, 3rd straight in the role in the NFL after he spent the last 2 seasons in Tennessee with the Titans. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. They go play action. Here's Willis. Finds him on the crossing route. And give him the 1st down, Brock. Great results. That snap goes for 17. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. First and 10 here for Willis. And he's already up to 100 yards for this game. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He's got a man left. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
second down carry for Achan. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They send the tight end in motion left. Here's Willis to the air. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down. This has been such a productive opening quarter for this passing game, partner. No surprise to see him uncork a deep shot, even though it didn't work out.
You know when Mahomes does that thing with his hands, like signaling the play, like give me the next play, give me the next play? The way this guy's rolling, all he's going to do is keep chucking it down the field.
I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Scatterwood gets it here to begin the drive. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Winston. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Darren Baker in coverage.
Here's Winston. And this won't even get back to the line, Brock. It erased any chance of that one. It's incomplete. 4th down.
I can promise you that is a throw, and it's a quarterback when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Here's Stout now to handle this punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Willis now. Into traffic, complete. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Motioning Washington right. On 2nd down, Willis. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Here's Willis on 1st and 10. That last play moving him to 13 of 20 passing for this game. Running back sent in motion. Hand off to Gordon. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. A give to Gordon, running left. They bring him down, but we all saw how that one looked, right? There was a face mask involved, and the flag is out.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we all saw him haul down awkwardly, and the face mask penalty nullifies what was a great defensive play.
Automatic first down.
Personal foul gave him a chunk of yards, and they will take it. 1st and 10. You put a receiver in motion left. On the zone read, here's Gordon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Willis looking to throw. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Man in motion here. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Complete out to the right side. And they needed several times what they got right there. Stopped with just 3 on the completion. That means it's 4th and long. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Facing 4th down, Dolphins bringing out the field goal unit. This is going to be Riley Patterson to do the honors. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And their lead will remain at 13.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
The Giants offense all set to get started. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Scatterboot. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Throwing on 2nd. Here's Winston. That's low and bounces short of his man.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Oh, Winston lost the football. And the Dolphins got it. And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Patterson on for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And the advantage now stands at 20.
Dolphins 20, Giants nothing.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Giants take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Three seconds, one play remaining in this first quarter. Winston looking to throw. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Dolphins out to an early advantage. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down. Like a good target, Brock, Neighbors is there. And he's going to be out there after a pickup of about 17 yards. And that will make it first down Giants.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Here's Scattaboo again. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. To throw, here's Winston. He's going to run for it. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And the Dolphins pick it up. Space on the right, and he's got room. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Patterson on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they pad their lead by 1.
27. Giants nothing.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Gibson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now here comes the New York offense. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
First call here coming from the shotgun. On the play fake, Winston. He keeps it and takes off. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be second down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
It's Scatterboo on second down. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Winston to throw it. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying to throw this from the gun. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap now to Winston. Firing quick, but he is still hit as he let that one go. Great work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around 4th down. Jordan stouts on now to punt this away. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Give here to Gordon. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that is a Miami first down. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
Now Willis looking to throw on 2nd down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, so after picking up 3, it's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and 7 now after the last catch. Got him 3. Throwing is Willis. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. He steps out of bounds as this play goes for 25 yards. Nice work there. And that's going to be good for a Dolphins first down.
Every tight end worth of salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Running back sent in motion. Running it after the penalty. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Second down now, 7 to go. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Following the penalty, Brock, an easier go now. 2nd down and just 2. Tight end going in motion here. Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty.
Defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
So a fresh set of downs after the penalty. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. The tight end going in motion right. To throw, here's Willis. He's not going to get away from this. They're all over him. They drop him at the 33. And that sets up an extremely difficult third now and 17.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Willis gets it to him on the screen. And it's going to be fourth down. Great bid for the line. Almost got there, Brock, but just needed that last step or two to pay off. They did not. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Now it's Riley Patterson to try this Dolphins field goal. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. And off to Scatterboot from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Second and 10. Need something positive here. Throwing is Winston. It's caught right side by Johnson. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end, because it's going to be tight throws in the contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
Winston now off the play fake. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. The Dolphins and Malik Willis ready for this next possession. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to right. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Willis to throw it. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll give himself up to end the run. That's going to move the 6. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Running behind. Oh, the football's loose. And it looks like the Giants got to that one.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy is screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. Here's Willis. Has him on the quick hitter. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly.
That's a gain of 4.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Man in motion, out of the slot. Here's Willis to the air. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. First and 10 here for Willis. And he has eclipsed 200 passing yards, and we haven't even reached halftime yet. They run it from the gun with Wright. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. The play fake now. Willis to throw. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Willis now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Now it's Riley Patterson to try this Dolphins field goal. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Here's Winston to the air. Gets him on the in route. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Scannaboo. Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And that's going to set up a Giants 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's Winston. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try with the wideout. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Kate, I'm pretty sure it's the book of Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament that there's a time for everything. In football, there's a time for creativity and a time to keep it simple. And that was not the time to be creative.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Scannaboo on the draw. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. 3rd and goal, the offense hoping something can finally go right here. Winston now. Under pressure, down he goes. They got him at the 17. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. So the Giants now going to call on their field goal unit. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. And he missed it. It's no good. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him.
Goal to go and to come away with nothing. Zip, zilch, nothing. It's not all on him for missing the kick. He could shoulder the blame with the 11 other guys who couldn't find the end zone on first, second, or even third and goal.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Running from the pistol, it's right. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that's going to be a Dolphins 1st down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. All set to go now from the 35. Going to the ground again on 1st. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Right again. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
He's brought down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Giants with an extra DB out there now. 3rd down. Willis looking to throw. He's going for it himself. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Man in motion, headed right. Right, running out of the gun. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. He was brought down by Roy Robertson-Harris. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Willis. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Willis. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
They'll punch it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. Back deep, the speedy Calvin Austin. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Winston. And they're going to have the first down. Nice chunky yards there. Give them about 17 of them. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. We've set it down from 37. To throw, here's Winston. And this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Winston looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Trying again following the sack. Winston. Catch made by Austin. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Winston to throw it. This one finds Barrios. And he's not going to be able to get them to first. They stop him just shy of what they needed. An interesting call now coming up on 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll run. It's Scattaboo. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and now they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here. 3 tight ends. Throwing is Willis. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Yeah, kind of had a feeling this was coming, Brock. Run game firmly established right now. We start to see him taking shots. Just missed there.
Yeah, run play action. I think that's worked since, I don't know, the early 1900s. So
maybe the 18s.
So it's not a bad, yeah, not a bad recipe to follow.
Now a run with Wright. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. To throw, here's Willis. That's caught for the first. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Running behind center with Edwards. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Edwards here. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Ewers to the air now. He's under pressure, and down he goes. They get to him at the 38. Roy Robertson Harris. And that means it is now 4th and 12.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Hard Rock Stadium after this. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Throwing is Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Throwing on 2nd. Here's Winston. This is complete to Neighbors. And he's going to get about 3 here. Almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 7 now after the last catch. Got him 3. Working from the gun. Here's Winston. No place to go here, and they plant him back at the 37. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Willis. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Here's Willis to the air. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Didn't get all they wanted out of that last play, so now they've got 3rd and 8. Willis to throw it. And the pick is dropped. He had the turnover in his hands. Couldn't hang on to it. That's going to be an incomplete pass, though, and make it 4th down.
Kurt, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The Giants
take
over now late in this first half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum here, or if they just choose to head off and lick those wounds. First call here coming from the shotgun. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Winston, 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Here comes Malik Washington. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting their offense out there to start off this second half. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Here's a give for Wright. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They run again with Wright. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Willis now. Has him on the quick hitter. There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. And that is a Miami first down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. First and 10 from the 43. They've got a man in motion. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Edwards again. And they haul him down, but we all saw it. That looks pretty awkward, partner. This flag should be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
Things look good on the play until we saw the pull of the face mask, and that spoils the defensive effort.
Automatic first down.
So after that gift from the defense, it is 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
Man, talk about adding some insult to injury there, Brock. Not only did they jump, but they still ended up giving up the lengthy run, Brock, and that one's declined. Running it after the penalty. Escapes a defender. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Here's a give inside to right. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Eight yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Motion man sent left. Running behind center with right. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Third and goal now as they try to pile on further. Here's Willis. Nowhere to go with it. He's planted. They got him at the 16. And after a loss of 8, that means it is 4th and goal.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the first half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way.
The kick by Patterson is good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Had the lead at the break, and the important thing is really to come out hot in the second half and add to it. Sure, you love touchdowns, but you'll take those 3 points as well.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Giants and running back Cam Scatterboot trotting back out there. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Not a first down. They're going to start with Scatterboot. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. Looking for him on the screen there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down produces nothing. Back to the huddle they go for 3rd down. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Winston to the air. And he's not going to get away. Pressure takes him down at the 19. And that's going to bring up a 4th and long. 13 to go.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Punting unit out now. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away.
The Dolphins take over
Miami
1st and
offense
10
headed out there now.
at their own
And they were able to
20-yard line.
contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground, here's Edwards. Jukes away from one. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Receiver in motion, going left. A play fake now. Willis to throw. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy. He had his man, but the coverage, well, it was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
On second down, Willis. Brought in right side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They've got 3rd and 5 now after the last completion got him 5. Willis looking to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Colson Adebo's got it. And the Giants are stopped and are going to have the football out beyond their own 30.
Well, they threw an extra defensive back or two out there hoping for an outcome just like this. That dime defense put bodies everywhere. No matter where the throw went, there was a defender around who could have tried making a play on it.
First and 10 from the 32. Winston. In trouble here, and he's not going to get away. They bring him down at the 22. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. After the sack, Allen. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. So the frustration spilling over a little bit on that play, Brock, choosing to just get rid of it, even though he did have a receiver in the area.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, I'll co-sign on that. Frustrating. It's just been that kind of ball game, just not in any rhythm. Really, the defense dictating so much.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. The Dolphins and Malik Willis ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Hand off to Gordon. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They go play action. Here's Willis. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Slot man motioned over. They'll air it out on third. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. That throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got fourth down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout. Just unsuccessful on that third down.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. The Giants offense all set to get started. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And it looks like he picks up around 3 before this takes him out of bounds. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Winston now. He tucks it and takes off. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards, and that gives New York the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Mooney will go in motion left. Winston to throw it. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Out quickly, it's Johnson. Tried to beat him on the quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
Can't you typically draw that play up and tight end on a corner? And you think that's a win for an offense, but not against him today.
Defense stopping that last catch behind the line. So here's 3rd and 11. To throw, here's Winston. Screen here for Scatterboot. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. So expect a punt coming up here on 4th down. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for this. That one finds his man, likely. And he comes through. They've got the first down. It almost felt like they had to go for it. They needed a spark there, Brock. The offense gives it to them. Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you would better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. A quick throw completed out to the left. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
And it's 3rd down.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Running back sent in motion. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Their punter making his way out now. And he'll try to hit this one well.
The Dolphins take over.
The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Slot man's in motion right. Now Willis looking to throw on 2nd down. And the defender is there with him every step of the way downfield to make the hit and break up that catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's Willis on 1st and 10. And he is sitting a completion shy of reaching that 300-yard mark for this game. Throwing now off the play action. Has his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's 2nd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Willis to throw it. Yeah, the defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's third down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing here, Ewers. Making the call himself. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll try the right side with Edwards. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Short pass caught by his tight end. He takes this forward a little to about the 39. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. All right, they need 7 here on third down on what is the 9th play of this drive. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still third down.
Following that flag against the defense, 2 yards to the marker now on third down. Running for the first with Edwards. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Now it's Riley Patterson to try this Dolphins field goal. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. Loses it again. And it looks like the Dolphins have it. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Defense gunning for a stop here. It's third down. Here's Willis to the air. It's a screen play to Edwards. And he's going to wind up a gain of about 8 before he's taken down. Still well short of the first.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now here comes the New York offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Back to throw. Here starts. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Here's second and 10 from the 21. To throw. Here's Dart. Jump off, caught by his back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Last catch actually lost 2, so now it's third and 12 here. Here goes Dart to the air. Vacates quickly left side. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And the defense does well. They make the stop short. That should usher out the Giants' punt team here on fourth down.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
Here's Edwards. And it's a big gain on this play. Give him about 19 yards and the first down, too.
That's good.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Man in motion out of the slot. To throw, here's Willis. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Handoff now out of the gun. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Giants into the nickel, 3rd down. Willis looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Nowhere to go with it, and he's planted. They got him at the 16. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Scatterboo now from the gun. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Now Dart. Boy, this offense staying on skates. It's another loss here. And that brings up 4th now and 21.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Sticking with Edwards here. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. Abdul Carter. And that forces this offense into a 4th and 20.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Give the Scatterboo here on his own read. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13. Darts looking to throw. He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. Grant has another one. And that is a couple for him today.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Dart setting in to throw here. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's going to be brought down. Normally, that would pick up the first. Not this time. Still have a lengthy 4th down ahead. Now, after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. The Giants are set to punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And things just seem to keep snowballing for them. Now there's special teams involved. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. A give to Edwards. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Edwards off his own read. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Dolphins football. They don't got to do much. They've already earned a massive lead. Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. To throw, here's Ewers. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he's tackled for no gain.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And if we're being honest, Brock, this game already over. It was a while ago, but still something for this offense to play for. They can try to avoid that shutout.
Yeah, it's kind of like a game like baseball, right? You're looking up at that scoreboard and you know it's impossible, but find some momentum, something good to build on for next week.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. He can't pull this one in. That's incomplete. Second time he hasn't been able to bring in a catchable ball. Keep an eye on that. It's 2nd down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. They'll drop this down. Scatterboot. We'll get him 5 yards as he gets this up to the 25.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They've got 3rd and 5 now after the last completion got him 5. Let's start on the play fake. He finds Neighbors right side. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And it's going to be a New York 1st down.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are a-moving.
We've set it down from 37. Hand off to Scatterboot from the gun. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Here's Dart now. Oh, he's headed for the ground. They get him at the 35. And that loss means it's 3rd down now and 12.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on 2 sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Miami offense headed out there now. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. In motion left is Atwell. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's Ewers to throw. Douglas has it on the outside. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. In motion left is Atwell. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Ewers to the air now. And down he goes. The defense got to him right around the 26. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Giants with an extra DB out there now, 3rd down. Throwing now, it's Ewers. And they're going to take him down here. Pressure gets to him at the 36. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Now it's Riley Patterson to try this Dolphins field goal. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week, specifically because of that miss.
The Giants offense all set to get started. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They put Austin in motion left. Darts back to throw. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They send a man in motion. On 2nd down, Dart. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Working now from the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. And as they celebrate the turnover, we're going to shift our focus to one of his teammates who appears to be injured following that play. Team staff heading out to look at him now. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They pitch it to him. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive. Now, after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. It's Edwards on the carry. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Micah McFadden on the tackle. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, Ewers. He's in trouble. He's not going to get away from this. They drop him at the 10. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Going play action with Dart. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
I can understand still trying to put something together here offensively, find some kind of confidence, because it's been rough, both on the scoreboard and the turnovers. Not the kind of offensive effort they were looking for.
So at the 20, here's 2nd and 10. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. Likely's got it right side. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, avoidable mistake there, Brock. A lot of people saw it, including our officials. Offside's the call.
Still 2nd down.
After a man jumps, they come up 2nd and 5 to go. From the gun, here's Dart. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
They needed a lot more out of this offense in this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Dart. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds and just in the nick of time if you're a defender. Looks like about a step or two shy of that line to gain. That brings up 4th and a yard.
It's now
Here we go.
fourth
Here's one of those
down.
game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
They blow this play up. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Gordon. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against
Offside.
the defense.
Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 1st down.
Well, a great way for the offense to start the drive, Brock. A free 5 yards, and now a much shorter 1st down. Ewers now to throw. It's a screen play to Edwards. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
That's good.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Ewers on 1st and 10, and he has been a perfect 4 for 4 passing since he came into this contest. And give him a fresh set of downs. That play goes for 10. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
They got to the end zone with that free play, partner, so they will, of course, decline the
penalty is
offsides and
declined.
take those points. Patterson on for the extra point. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. First call here coming from the shotgun. Scatteroo gets it here to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. All right, here we go. Second down. Here goes Dart to the air. Hits his running back. Hit there, and he's forced out. So gain of about 15 before it. And that will make it first down Giants.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
To throw, here's Dart. He dodged the tackle. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This is Dart on first down. Now 7-15, throwing the football. Back now, pressure coming. He can't pull this one in. That's incomplete. Second time he hasn't been able to bring in a catchable ball. Keep an eye on that. It's second down. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
From the gun, here's a handoff. Good defensive effort here, drives them back across midfield onto their own side. They said with that sack in mind, Brock, we all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and AT for attack, exactly what he just did.
Third and long for him here. This finds Austin complete. And it's going to be fourth down coming up. They picked up 7 on the pass, but still well short of the first down marker.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Starting on the ground, here's Edwards. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 45-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Throwing here, Ewers. That's over the middle and taken in by Washington. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. It's going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Last completion got him 6. It's going to be 3rd and 4. To throw, here's Ewers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have just enough for the first down. That throw was short, Brock, but great individual efforts. They've got a fresh set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's a give inside to Edwards. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Ewers. Hauled in left side. Looks like about 7 on the completion before he headed out of bounds. 3rd down coming up. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Third and 3 in front of him now. After that completion got him 7. Now it's Ewers. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis at least momentarily averted. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here comes special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Now Dart. He'll try and run this. And Dart's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Dart setting in the throw here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Dart now. Pulled in by his back, Scattaboo. This is close, but it looks like they got the stop in time. Yep, marked at the 40. That brings up 3rd down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And Scattaboo on 3rd. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
I don't mind that call at all, Kate. A little RPO there on 3rd down situation, but they went to the run, and they just couldn't get enough.
Punt team on the field. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. So that's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. Edwards on the shotgun handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end now. Now the shotgun give to Washington. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Now after that snap, there's an injured Dolphin still out there. So we're going to get a stoppage here as they go out to look at him. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here's Ewers to throw. Douglas has it on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds near that marker, but pretty clearly behind it, Brock. So still a couple of yards to go. It is 4th down. They'll bring out the punter here.
Punt formation for Miami.
And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. And he can't hang on. The catch was there for him, Brock, but his hands took that one off. So the incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
2nd down throw here from Dart. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throwing on 3rd. Here's Dart. That one finds his man, likely. And he's brought down beyond the marker. So a 1st down for them as we've hit the 2-minute warning. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Dart's back to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Dart's looking to throw. Likely's got it right side. And give him a gain of about 6 before he steps out of bounds. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
Last completion got him 6. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here starts. He's got his man. This is Austin. Toward the sideline, and out of bounds he goes. Play gains about 12. And that's going to set up a Giants 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Once more it starts. Screen here for Scatterboot. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen.